It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Hermès, a luxury fashion brand, had a huge problem when cars became way more popular than horses. So they had to find a new way to stay in business. And let's just see what they did here, because I want you to imagine for a moment that you decide to go out and you decide to build this really special toy. And only you had this toy and everybody wanted to come to you, right? And you did something that was so unique and so different. That's exactly what Hermes did with their bags and their other luxury line. Their founder had this cool idea. He said, hey, let's do something different. And as a result, we see the juggernaut brand that we have today. Hermes did three things that I want to share with you, and then we'll talk about how it applies to you as a CEO. First, they didn't sell their stuff everywhere. Does that sound familiar to a brand that you know, by the way? Number two, they made things by hand instead of just using machinery. So that became unique. So imagine buying your car, having to get the leather inside of it, or getting a bag and it was handmade, it was crafted, it was different, it was unique. And number three, and I believe this is where it all comes together, they look for high quality materials. Then they started going out and using crocodile material for their bags and their layer inside of cars. What's the big takeaway that you can have as a CEO that can help change your business, change your life, and change your company? Number one, find a unique way of selling the product or service that you have, whether it's your unique selling system, whether it's your unique selling proposition, or whether it's the quality of goods that you're offering to the market. You do that as part of your sales strategy. You do that as part of your sales positioning. And my promise to you is you will see your sales grow, 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 grow. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name, by the way, is Shay Brown, your host. I'm super excited you're here. So welcome everybody that's here. And every morning as we get started, I like to start off what I like to do every single morning, which is with our mantra. And our mantra every single morning is very simple. Go ahead and repeat this after me, if you will. As soon as I hit this button, repeat after me, if you will. If you can't focus on sales, now this is our mantra every single day. In fact, you should probably take a picture of this. You should probably have this in your office, have this on your phone. You should send this out as an email today. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. How true is that? Why is that, Shay? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. So without sales, there will always be more money going out than there is coming in, and you will not be able to purchase the resources that you need to execute the vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And that puts us all at a problem. It really does. Now let's focus today on our pledge. Now we do this every morning. We're only at the 3-minute mark right now in 7 seconds. And our pledge every single day. And I believe every CEO needs to do this every single day. And go ahead and put this down in your notes right now. Let me go ahead and bring this up. We do this every morning, but it's just that important. And here is our pledge. You must learn, earn, and return. Look on the right-hand side and repeat after me. I have to learn something new. So every day you're learning something new in order to earn new revenue from my existing clients, in order to get new clients and old clients to return. So as a CEO, as a company, as an individual, we must learn, earn, and what? Return. That is absolutely correct. Now, we have three objectives here at the CEO Sales Huddle. We have three objectives. Only three objectives we focus on every single morning. And I want to go ahead and share those three objectives with you because, to me, you want to know why you're here, right? Our number one objective is sales growth. Put that down, sales growth. That's why you show up 15 minutes a day. The only place the CEO Huddle takes place. Number two is we want to address any roadblocks that are out there. And number three, we must, as CEOs, understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to make money and grow. Sales planning, how will I get there? What's my strategy? How will I make it happen? Number 2, sales pillar, sales cycle. How do I accelerate how fast clients come in and how fast they convert? Number 3, our sales positioning, which is our message that we use from sales. Hermès did a really good job. Hermès changed their whole message to make it your unique selling proposition. Number 4, sales indicators. We go over the CEO sales dashboard in a moment. We take about 3 minutes to do that. And it's one of the most important elements we have. And number 5, Well, the sales team. Maybe some of you, that's super important as well. So if you haven't already, head on over to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Download your CEO Sales Dashboard. The CEO Sales Dashboard is going to help you. It's the #1 sales tool that CEOs use to get to $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. So if you haven't got it, download it. We're going to go over today. It's what we do every single day. And for all of our new folks who are just joining the board, by the way, first, let me acknowledge all of you here every single morning. I want to let you know that we appreciate you. I want to honor you. I want to make sure that you have an opportunity as you're here right now. Do me a favor, look right below the video. Those folks that are here, you're tuned in, and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here. That's just a bat signal from me to you. That's our communication that we check in as CEOs. If you're watching the replay, that's cool as well. You go ahead and write hashtag replay. Maybe you listen to the replay right now. You're here, and that's okay. 15 minutes a day is all we ask for, 1% of your day. There are 4,440 minutes in every single day, and we only ask for 1% of your day. For all of the new folks, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. If this is your very, very first time, let me tell you the #1 reason why we get together, why it happens, if I can say it like that, and why it's so important. #1, CEO Sales Huddle is a place that CEOs gather in order to understand how to sell more faster. That's our #1 outcome. You want to sell more faster. You already know how to sell. I get it. We're at the 6-minute mark. You're already good at this. You're a rock star, but now you're leading the organization. Now you're leading the company. You're like, I've got to sell more faster. So Shay, what is the big why? Bring that down. Break it down for me. Our big why is 3 parts. Sales growth, because that's how the business stays in business. #2, accountability. We often, all of us, myself included, I'm here every single morning with you. I mean, I show up, I play full out, I do exactly what you're doing right now. It's the accountability. We often do more for others than we will for ourselves. And isn't that so true? Isn't that so true every day? And then consistency. You may have heard this before, that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with every single day? They struggle, that's right, they struggle with consistency. So how long is it? It's 15 minutes. We only ask that you tune in for 15 minutes every single day. And we have one outcome. And it's our #1 outcome above all other outcomes. Our #1 outcome is $100,000 per month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. So you show up 15 minutes, the most important meeting that you have of the entire day. And I believe that if there's one meeting you're going to take every single day, I believe you would take it with your chief sales officer. I believe you would have the conversation around sales and revenue and where we are. This is a place to come to. There was no place on the planet that CEOs could gather every single morning for 15 minutes to really focus on the one area of the business that they must know and understand in order to generate revenue. So we've created something because there was a challenge in the market. And the challenge in the market was, well, Shay, I've got so many CRMs. I've got so many systems. How do I just look at everything, give me a snapshot, know where we are, what adjustments I need to make, and what my priority is going to be for that day. So we built the CEO Sales Dashboard. There is no cost. So if you don't have it, please download it. You can go over to CEO Sales Huddle right now. And we're going to focus on leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business, because we understand one simple philosophy. And that philosophy is what gets measured gets managed. So we're at the 8-minute and 47-second mark. I'm going to now take about 3 minutes, and I love to go over the CEO dashboard. So you open up your CEO Sales Dashboard right now. It's an Excel sheet. So this is something that you can do. This does not require software. It does not require a system. It does not require app. It's just an Excel sheet. You open it up. Hopefully last night your team, or maybe you did, went over there and you plugged in the numbers for yesterday. How many leads came in yesterday? How many appointments were set yesterday? How many appointments were run yesterday? There's subcategories on here, and you can customize it. Now, every day I go deep in one area. These are the 5 indicators. You cannot move. If you have a sales plan right now and it doesn't have these 5 indicators on there, there's a problem. There's just a fundamental problem, okay? Now, so let's go in the area today. We're going to talk about offers. Now, I've got about 2 minutes left to do this, and don't worry. We're going to do it. I love to go over this. It's one of my favorite things to do. It really is. And so here we go. So offers. Under each of these categories, we have subcategories. And I like to talk about offers because oftentimes people look at and just measure, did I get any money or did I not get any money? And we understand that sales does not equal revenue. Sales equals action, and action equals sales, and then sales equals revenue. So as a result, we measure and manage how many offers did we make. So did we make an offer for someone to give us their credit card yesterday? Did we make an offer for someone to sign the contract yesterday? Did we make an offer for someone to take the next step yesterday? So you could have had a conversation. Maybe it was one to many. You were on a broadcast like this. And as you were broadcasting, talking to one to many, you said, hey, here's the next step for everybody. Go over to this website. That could have been it. Maybe the next step was, let's get together next week and let's talk about how this product can help you. So there was an offer, but it might not have been just for the deal. We got a category called deals, and there's where you measure how many offers were made for deals, but there was still an offer. Maybe the offer was to collaborate. Maybe the offer was to be on a podcast. Maybe the offer was to be part of an event or a community. What was the offer that was made? Now, the reason this is so important is that oftentimes we find ourselves beating ourselves up because the sale just didn't come in and we really didn't have the action. Sales is all about action. It's about the activity that's taking place so that we can solve a problem for folks. Okay, I know we're at the 11-minute and 35-second mark, but I wanted to go a little bit deep in that area because to me, that's so important. Now, there is deals and there's repeat business, and you can do that. Now we're going to take a moment as we get to the 11-minute and 48-second mark, and we're going to celebrate wins. And I love to celebrate wins because, every day we go into sales, and sometimes as a CEO, you feel kind of lonely, right? You go through the day, you plan your day, you do the best you can, and life just happens. We're going to step back right now, and we're going to take 35, 40 seconds, and we're going to celebrate some wins. And let's go do that now. So we ask ourselves 3 questions, and the reason we do this is because powerful people ask powerful questions, and in this life you get what you focus on because questions steer your focus. So first, what are you most proud of? Take a look at yesterday. And I look back on yesterday, there's some pretty cool things that took place just as it relates to sales and some effort that I made. So maybe yesterday was all about effort. For me, it was all about effort. It was all about checking the boxes. Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday from just a sales perspective? And number 3, what do you want to brag about? Like seriously, if you got an opportunity to step back and just brag right now, you can come online. What would you brag about? And then after we celebrate wins, we always go over to the next section. And the next segment at the 12-minute and 57-second mark, we're doing well today, is what was your biggest roadblock? Like, we're not going to pretend things don't happen. All right, this is not a place you come to and there's rainbows and cupcakes and unicorns falling out the sky and everything is hokey dokey, happy, 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 happy. No, no, no. This is a place we come to and you say, no, no, no. There's something preventing me today from doing some of the things I need to do. And there's one thing I can do to help me do that. And I had that situation yesterday myself, and this is not about Shay Brown, it's all about you. And I had to take some time and say, no, you've got to slow down and speed up. And I had to do a little bit of planning, a little bit of organizing, a little bit of prioritizing, and then I had to focus. But I had to make sure, because one of our mantras every single morning is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And so as a CEO, if you're working all day and you're putting in the hours and putting in the time, you're not seeing the results. In many cases, because the person just hadn't been focusing on sales. Not that they don't know how to, they just hadn't. And so what's preventing you today from moving forward? And what's the one thing that you can do that only you can do today that if you did it, it would move your life and business forward? Think about that for a moment. The one thing. Just the one thing that you could do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the message of the day. And the message of the day is something that we love to do. It's a segment that we do. We're at the 14-minute and 27-second mark, so we'll do this for about 60 seconds, and then we'll be over. So this is pretty good. We're getting better. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here, by the way. It means so much for you and for your business. But the message of the day is, so there I was having a conversation, and I was chatting with one of my clients, and throughout this conversation, they were kind of getting down on themselves. And they said, Shay, I haven't really been doing some of the things I need to do. Then it hadn't to do anything with their life. It wasn't about health. It wasn't about their relationships. It wasn't even really about their business. We had agreed that one of the things they would do is they would focus on how many appointments that they set and how many appointments were run. Even if the appointment was to meet with someone to start a collaboration, even if the appointment was to meet with someone to talk about maybe how to do some partnership, they would track the number of appointments they set and they run. And we were about almost through with the month, and we were looking back at the sales results, and they weren't what they wanted. And the one thing I shared with them, and I'm going to share it with you as honestly as I can, is I said, look, what gets measured gets managed. And I found myself every time I get off track of measuring something, I don't manage it as closely as I should. But as a result, that person adapted just measuring their appointments set and run, and they've seen their business revenue grow. It's not just because of that one reason. I can't take credit, but it was a small piece to what they needed to get to that next level. So what's my message to you as a CEO? Take time to slow down and measure so you can manage. Slow down and then speed up. And that's the message of the day. You've been a part of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, look right below the video and make sure you put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching a replay, hashtag replay. If you're on the podcast or on one of the on-demand platforms, Roku, Apple TV, realize you can't do that. But you can always go over to @IamCheBrown. Drop me a comment. Let me know what's working for you. Let me know what you would like to see happen. I appreciate that. Let me know you're here. I read every comment, and together we're going to do more because you're amazing. You're awesome. You're incredible. Yes, you're a CEO, but you're also a kind human being that's having more meaning in the world, more impact in the world, and making a difference. So thanks for all you do. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, your host of the CEO Sales Huddle. I'll see you at the next CEO Sales Huddle. Peace.